The world is changing, power is shifting. The dynamics of global influence are in flux, and new players are emerging on the scene. Nowhere is this clearer than in Latin America, a region that has long been under the shadow of its northern neighbor. For decades, the United States has been the dominant force in the region, exerting its influence through military presence and economic power. But now, a new player has entered the game: China. The Asian giant is making strategic moves to expand its influence far beyond its borders. Beijing's offer to sell J-10C fighter jets to Colombia is a major development, signaling a shift in the balance of power. It is a sign of China's growing ambitions and its desire to become a key player on the global stage. It is also a challenge to America's traditional role in the region, a role that has been unchallenged for so long. The J-10C offer is significant for many reasons, beyond just the sale of advanced weaponry. It is a sign of China's willingness to sell advanced weapons to countries in America's backyard, a bold move that signals its confidence and strategic intent. It is also a sign of Colombia's desire to diversify its military ties and reduce its dependency on the United States. The United States has long been Colombia's main supplier of arms, a relationship that has defined their military cooperation for decades. But Colombia is now looking for other options, seeking to modernize its military capabilities with more cost-effective solutions. This is partly due to cost. American weapons are expensive, and budget constraints are a significant factor for Colombia. The high cost of American military equipment has pushed Colombia to explore more affordable alternatives. China's offer comes at a time when Colombia is facing growing security challenges, making the timing of this deal particularly crucial. The country is still grappling with a long-running internal conflict, which has strained its military resources. It is also facing new threats from drug trafficking and organized crime, which require a robust and modernized military response. Colombia needs to modernize its air force to effectively address these challenges and ensure national security. The J-10C would be a significant upgrade over its current fleet of aging aircraft, providing enhanced capabilities and performance. This deal is about more than just jets. It is about geopolitics, the shifting alliances, and the strategic calculations of global powers. It is about the balance of power in the world, and how emerging players like China are reshaping the global order. The J-10C is a modern fighter jet, representing the pinnacle of Chinese aviation technology. It was developed by China, showcasing the nation's growing expertise in aerospace engineering. The jet is highly capable, designed to perform a wide range of missions with precision and efficiency. It has advanced avionics and weaponry, making it a formidable opponent in any combat scenario. It is comparable to American-made F-16s, often considered one of the best fighter jets in the world. This makes it a potent symbol of China's technological progress and military prowess. The J-10C is a multi-role fighter, capable of adapting to various combat situations. It can perform a variety of missions. These include air-to-air combat, where it can engage enemy aircraft with precision. They also include ground attack, allowing it to strike enemy installations and support ground troops. This versatility makes it attractive to potential buyers from around the world looking for a reliable and adaptable fighter jet. The jet's capabilities are impressive, with a range of features that enhance its performance. It has a top speed of Mach 2.2, allowing it to outpace many of its adversaries. This is twice the speed of sound, a testament to its powerful engines and aerodynamic design. It has a range of over 1,800 miles, enabling it to conduct long-range missions without the need for refueling. It can carry a variety of weapons. These include air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, and bombs, providing it with a versatile arsenal. The J-10C is also equipped with advanced radar and electronic warfare systems, enhancing its situational awareness. These give it an edge in combat, allowing it to detect and engage threats with greater accuracy. They allow it to detect and track enemy aircraft, ensuring it can respond swiftly to any threat. They also help it to jam enemy radar, disrupting their ability to target the J-10C effectively. Latin America has long been considered the United States' backyard, but this is changing, and the shift is becoming more pronounced with each passing year. China has been steadily increasing its influence in the region, forging new alliances and partnerships. It has done this through trade and investment, creating a web of economic ties that bind the region closer to Beijing. It has also provided aid and loans to Latin American countries, often with fewer conditions than Western financial institutions. China's growing presence in Latin America is a challenge to the United States, which has traditionally seen the region as within its sphere of influence. The United States has long been the dominant economic and political power in the region, but this dominance is now being contested. But China is now a major player, and its influence is growing rapidly. This is leading to a shift in the balance of power, with significant implications for the future of the region. There are several reasons for China's growing influence in Latin America, and they are multifaceted. China is a major consumer of Latin American commodities, which are essential for its industrial growth. These include oil, copper, and soybeans, which are vital for China's economy. China is also a major investor in Latin American infrastructure, helping to build the region's future. It has funded roads, bridges, and ports, which are crucial for economic development. China's growing influence is not without its critics, and there is a growing debate about the benefits and drawbacks. Some Latin American countries are concerned about China's growing economic power, fearing it could lead to dependency. They worry that China is only interested in extracting resources from the region, potentially causing long-term environmental and economic harm. The United States is watching China's moves in Latin America with concern. Washington sees the region as its sphere of influence. It is worried about China's growing economic and military ties with Latin American countries. The J-10C offer is a wake-up call for the United States. It shows that China is serious about challenging America's influence in the region. The United States needs to step up its game, otherwise it risks losing its grip on its own backyard. The United States has responded to China's growing influence in Latin America in several ways. It has increased its own economic and military assistance to the region. It has also pressured Latin American countries to distance themselves from China. However, these efforts have had limited success. China is now a major player in Latin America. It is unlikely to be dislodged anytime soon. Section 5. Beijing's bold move. China's offer to sell J-10C jets to Colombia is, well, a bold move. It shows that China is willing to challenge the United States in its own backyard. It also shows that China is serious about expanding its military influence around the world. China's motivations for the J-10C offer are complex. On one hand, China wants to increase its arms sales. This is part of its broader goal of becoming a global military power. On the other hand, China wants to strengthen its ties with Colombia. This is part of its broader goal of expanding its influence in Latin America. The J-10C offer is a sign of China's growing confidence. China is no longer content to be a regional power. It wants to be a global power. It is willing to challenge the United States to achieve its goals. Section 6. Bogotá's Balancing Act. Colombia finds itself in a difficult position. The country is caught between the United States and China. It wants to maintain good relations with both countries, but this is becoming increasingly difficult. Colombia has to weigh its options carefully. On one hand, the United States is a long-standing ally. It provides Colombia with significant military and economic assistance. On the other hand, China is a rising power. It offers Colombia access to new markets and investment opportunities. Colombia's decision on the J-10C offer will have major implications. It could determine the future of the country's relationship with both the United States and China. It will also send a signal to other countries in the region. Section 7. The future of military ties. The J-10C offer is a sign of the times. It is a sign that the global balance of power is shifting. The United States is no longer the only game in town. China is emerging as a major military power. It is willing to sell its weapons to countries around the world. This is creating new challenges for the United States. It is also creating new opportunities for countries like Colombia. Colombia can now choose from a wider range of suppliers for its military needs. It is no longer dependent on the United States. This is likely to lead to a more multipolar world. In this world, no single country will be able to dictate terms to others. This could be a more unstable world, but it could also be a more democratic world. Section 8. A region at a crossroads. Latin America is at a crossroads. The region is being courted by both the United States and China. Each country has something different to offer. The United States offers security and stability. China offers investment and development. Latin American countries are trying to navigate this new reality. They want to maintain good relations with both the United States and China. But this is becoming increasingly difficult. They are being forced to choose sides. The J-10C offer is a reminder of the challenges facing Latin America. It is a reminder that the region is no longer immune to great power competition. Latin American countries need to be prepared to defend their interests in this new world. Section 9. The Global Chessboard. The J-10C offer is a small piece in a much larger game. It is a game that is being played out on a global chessboard. The United States and China are the two main players, but other countries are also involved. The game is about power and influence. It is about who will set the rules of the global order. The United States has been the dominant power for decades, but China is challenging that dominance. The J-10C offer is a sign that the game is heating up. It is a sign that the world is becoming a more dangerous place. It is a sign that we are entering a new era of great power competition. This is an era that will require careful diplomacy and strategic thinking. The stakes are high. The future of the world may depend on the outcome.